I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So I'm playing MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. Still, sorry, don't have the new PS5. Don't have the new MLB The Show 21. Part of the reason why I'm still playing this game is because I've created a franchise known as the Avengers. Avengers Baseball. I've taken the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and thrown them on a charity baseball team in which they play against major league opponents. As you can see from the standings, it is the early May. The Avengers are in third place. They've been thrown into the National League West division. They're taking the place of the San Diego Padres. If you're a Padres fan, I do apologize. I had to take somebody out, so they were just picked at random. The Dodgers are in first place with a 24-8 record. They have a 4.5 game lead on the Avengers, which are in third place. We're actually, as you see from the calendar, in the middle of a 3-game set with the LA Dodgers at home, and we lost the 2 out of the 3 games, 5-2 and 5-4, and now basically trying to avoid a sweep. The Dodgers got the broom out. So let's jump into this Sunday afternoon game. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is all preceding games will be simulated. That is okay. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field, which is the designated home ballpark. Looks good. Chris Pratt is the starter. The lineup looks a little messy. Let's get some guys in. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this. And let's just set the lineup a little bit differently than I have it here. Let's go Mark Ruffalo batting 5th. Let's go, yeah, you know what? That actually looks pretty good. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. So again, it's the Dodgers and the Avengers, a National League West matchup. Avengers have lost the first 2 of this 3-game set trying to avoid the sweep. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. And here we go. Game 3 of this 3-game set at Crosley as the Dodgers visit the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound for the Avengers is Chris Pratt, aka Star-Lord in the Marvel Universe. He's 4-0 with a 3.61 earned run average. And leading off for the Dodgers is Joe Torre, hitting .315, 6 homers, 21 runs batted in. Carries a 10-game hitting streak into this ball game. First pitch of the game from Chris Pratt. Fastball low, ball 1. Avengers are 7 games over 500, good for 3rd place in the NL West. That's Anthony Mackie at shortstop, the Falcon. And that is Benedict Wong from the Doctor Strange universe in left field. Or perhaps right field. We'll see. Here comes a pitch from Pratt. That's a lazy fly ball down the right field line. It will land in foul territory for strike 1. 75 degrees and clear skies here in Crosley Field, the home ballpark for the Avengers. So the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Torre. Knuckle curve floats in there. Strike 2, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Struck him out swinging at first out of the ball game. Here's the replay. Joe Torre, probably best known as the manager of the New York Yankees in the dynasty run in the 90s. Next up, Robinson Cano, 292, 9 homers, 18 runs batted in here in the first month of the season. Left-handed hitter. Knuckle curve floats in there for strike 1. Ground ball up the middle. Mackie on the second base side of second base makes the throw to first. There's 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Starting lineup for the Dodgers: Joe Torre is at third, Robinson Cano is at second, Stan Musial is in left, David Ortiz, Big Papi's at first, Aaron Judge is in right, Steve Finley's in center, Xander Bogaerts is the shortstop, Willie Calhoun is the designated hitter, batting ninth is Danny Jensen, playing catcher. So 2 outs here in the first. Up steps Stan the Man Musial, 303, 9 homers, 21 runs batted in. The pitch from Star-Lord. And it's a deep fly ball to the track. Don Cheadle makes the catch with his foot at the base of the center field wall to final out of the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. After half an inning of play, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. The Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. Luis Castillo takes the mound for the Dodgers. He's 4-1 with a 2.68 earned run average here in this franchise, this fictional franchise season. Leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie, 317, 3 homers, 18 runs batted in. He plays the Falcon, Sam Wilson, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's a deep drive. Well, hello again. Deep drive to center. In play, Finley makes the catch for out number 1. Wicked Quixotic, my number 1 fan, thank you for joining me. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie is at short, Tom Holland at second, Robert Downey Jr. at first, Chris Evans playing catcher, Mark Ruffalo is the DH, Don Cheadle is the center, Benedict Cumberbatch is at third, Sebastian Stan in left, and Benedict Wong is in right field batting ninth. Spider-Man, Tom Holland hitting .392 on the season, steps up with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Strike 1. He has 6 homers and 28 runs batted in. By far the most successful hitter on the team so far this franchise season. Off the plate inside with the 2-seamer. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Dodgers have won the first 2 of this 3-game set. Avengers looking just to salvage the last game and not get swept. Out in front of the circle change, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthew Ross is the home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. Castillo sets and delivers. Down and in, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chases a pitch in the dirt. Strike him out, throw him out for out number 2. Fooled him on a breaking ball. So next up is Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., who's hitting only .243 at home here at Crosley Field. Overall, .274, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. He has 4 homers on the road, but no homers here at home. Pitch is low, ball 1. Ground ball through the right side. It is a 2-out single for Downey Jr. And the inning will continue for the Avengers. Here's the replay. So next up is the catcher, Chris Evans, who plays Captain America in the Marvel Universe, hitting .327, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. Steps up with runner at first and 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. And that's a line drive, which is probably going to make its way into the gap. 1 hop to the wall, and they're off to the races. Robert Downey Jr. is rounding third and heading home. The throw to the plate is in time to retire this side. The game remains scoreless here in the bottom of the first on the incredible relay on the defense by the Dodgers. No score as we go to the top of the second. So next up is Big Papi. David Ortiz is hitting .230 on this young season. Chris Pratt, also known as Peter Quill, sets and delivers. At the knees, strike 1. Oh. Swing and a miss out in front of the knuckleball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Line drive almost takes off the head of the third base umpire. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the circle change out in front. Strikes him out swinging. There's one out here in the second. Oof. So, up next is Aaron Judge. 248, 9 homers, 16 runs batted in. Just misses low, according to the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Aaron Judge. Real life, Aaron plays for the New York Yankees. Circle change floats in there for strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses with the circle change. 2-1. In there, strike 2. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away, bases empty here in the top of the second. No score here in this third game of a 3-game series between these two division rivals. And the count will go full, 3-2, with left-handed hitter Steve Finley on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, struck him out. There's 2 away. It's strikeout number 3 for Peter Quill. So, center fielder Steve Finley in the .333, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in. Steps up with 2 outs. Oh, hits it deep, but it will curl foul out of play, strike 1. So the Avengers are 20 wins and 13 losses. Good for 3rd place. Checks the swing, but it was in there, inside corner. Strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Finley. So 20 and 13. Second place is the Arizona Cardinals. First place is these Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh, gets away from him. Throw to second is in time. Tried to take advantage of the mistake in the outfield, but a strong throw from Sebastian Stan in left field. They're inning and half play. Still no score here at Crossley. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Mark Ruffalo. He's hot in his last 9 games, hitting at a .344 clip. He has 6 homers and 24 runs batted in on the season. Playing DH today. The Incredible Hulk. And he a little late on the fastball, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Count quickly is no balls and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. And that's a bloop to center. Will it hang up there? Yes, it will. Finley races in to make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Defense for the LA Dodgers in the outfield from left to right. Stan the Man Musial, Steve Finley, Aaron Judge. In the infield from third base over is Joe Torre, Xander Bogaerts, Robinson Cano, David Ortiz, and Danny Jensen behind home plate. So next up is Don Cheadle, War Machine, 359, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. I pitch, I hit, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty level on every game is set at all-star. Gameplay, hitting difficulty is all-star. Pitching difficulty is all-star. Just show that once a game just for accountability's sake. So the count is 1 ball and no strike. 1 out here in the top. Check that bottom of the second. No score. Fouls off the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 1 strikes on the Cheadle. 1 strike on Cheadle. Singular, not plural. Ground ball. Fielded by Big Papi. Long run, foot race, and Castillo beats the runner to the bag for the second out. Nice play by Big Papi and Louis Castillo. So next up is the third baseman today, Benedict Cumberbatch, part-time player, hitting .372. Dr. Stephen Strange in the Marvel Universe. Late on the fastball, strike 1. He's playing in place of the late, great Chadwick Boseman, who's the starting third baseman on the team. And this one will go up the middle, fielded by Bogaerts, throws across in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Luis Castillo. At the end of 2 innings of play here in Crosley Field, there is no score. No magic on that play. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Bogaerts, the shortstop. He's hitting .405 on the season. 8 home runs in the first month of the season. Misses low ball 1. 7 for his last 11. And it's a slow grounder up the third base line, foul ball, strike 1. Line drive past his counterpart at short, past Sam Wilson at shortstop. It is a leadoff single for Xander Bogaerts, and his hot hitting will continue. It's a leadoff single for the Dodgers. Next up is Willie Calhoun, the DH, 213, a homer, 11 runs batted in. Knuckle curve, check that, the knuckleball floats in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Willie Calhoun. Deep drive, but foul. Count remains 0-2. Fouls it back. Misses with the knuckler inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Peter Quill, or Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise in the MCU. Slow roller. Tough throw for Holland. Not in time. So it's a fielder's choice out at second base, 1 away. And Calhoun will be at first. Spider-Man at second had to kind of throw across his body to get the out at second. So 1 away, and up steps the number 9 hitter, Danny Jansen, the catcher, who's hitting .222 overall, but he's 6 for his last 16. That's a .375 clip. Circle change in there, strike 1. Strike 2, count is no balls and 2 strikes on Jansen. Runner leads off first, 1 away here in the top of the third inning, no score. And he tries to get on top of that knuckler, but cannot do it. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Struck him out swinging this 2 away. Strikeout number 4 for Pratt.
Now batting, third baseman, Joe.
Chris Pratt needs a haircut. So the lineup turns over for the Dodgers. Joe Torre steps up again for his second plate appearance. Struck out in the first inning. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded by Flacon. Throws to first. Scooped out nicely by Tony Stark. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. The end of 2.5. There's still no score here at Crosley. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps the Winter Soldier, hitting .227, a homer, 3 RBIs, Sebastian Stan. And that's a slicing fly ball down the first base line, out of play, strike 1. High and tight, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a ground ball, fielded backhand. Robbie Cano makes a beautiful play for the first out. His body carrying him towards left field. He throws a strike. Hollywood Avengers upcoming schedule. After this 3-game set with the Dodgers, it's at the St. Louis Cardinals for 3, an off day, and then another 3-game set at the LA Dodgers. So they can get their revenge in the next 3-game series. So next up is Wong. Benedict Wong from the Doctor Strange universe, franchise, have whatever you will. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. 6 for 16 so far this season. 2 balls and no strikes. Finds the outside corner. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Wong.
Whoa, that's down.
Just low. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. Lineup turns over on the deck. On deck circle is Anthony Mackie. And he slices that down the line. It's got a chance. It is a foul ball. Just in foul territory. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count remains full. 3-2. And he's late on it. Easy fly ball for Stan Musial. Makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now batting.
So the lineup turns over for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie flew out in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. In there, strike 1. If you haven't seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show on Disney Plus, I would recommend it. It's not finished yet. It's about halfway through. It's a good series. MCU shows are just really good. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. Chases the high fastball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Bottom of the 3rd. Still no score here in Game 3 of this 3-game set.
That's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Spider-Man is on deck. And the inning will continue. Falcon reaches first on the walk. Up next is Tom Holland.
Second baseman. Tom.
Do you have a favorite Marvel character? Thor, the Odin son. As a kid, I had a deep fascination with Norse mythology. Then in the 1980s, late 1980s, I found a run of Thor comic by a guy named Walt Simonson, which I loved his art. I loved the storyline. In there at the knee, strike 1. Oh, cool. Very cool. You have good taste, Wicked Quixotic. CC, you have good taste. And then after reading that run, it's just been a real pleasure to see, with all the CGI and the really good job that the MCU's done since 2008. It's nice to see these comic book characters come to life. So I'm having a ball, having an absolute ball with all of the Marvel properties. Can't wait to see the Phase 4 or whatever phase it is.
1-1.
Pitch is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Spider-Man. Down the third base line, but it is a foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Holland. A lot of speed at first over there. Doubling the gap, and he might score. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Do you like Chris Hemsworth?
No, he's in there.
As not just as the actor for Thor, but in general? Quick throw to first. He's back. And that's a line drive, but I have a feeling Stan Musial will make the catch to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. No, check that. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of play. Still no score here at Crosley Field. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Robinson Cano, who grounded out in the first inning. He's 4 for 11. Yeah, he's not too bad. Well, I'm a fan. I think he's a pretty decent actor. I think he does a good job as the actor. There's a movie called Extraction, if you have Netflix, which is a pretty decent movie. I mean, it's an action movie, but pretty decent. Check swing in there, strike one, count as no balls and 1 strike. I mean, don't expect, War and Peace or, or like Citizen Kane. I mean, it's an action movie, but it's pretty good. If you're just basically looking for something to, watch on a Tuesday night. And hitting against the shift, it's a leadoff single for Robbie Cano here in the top of the 4th inning. They had him shifted over to pull, and he still beat it. No chance for either. I have to check it out. I like good action. Well, it's a good action movie. There we go. Stan the Man takes a strike. No. Home plate umpire called it a ball. Count as 1 ball and no strikes. Pardon me. Runner leads off first. Late on the fastball, almost kills the bullpen. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, late on the fastball from Peter Quill. Count is 1 and 2. Stan Musial pulls the Vulcan change foul. Count remains 1 and 2. Battling him. Ooh, another foul ball. Dodgers are looking to sweep. And that's a base hit. 2 leadoff singles here in the top of the 4th for the Dodgers. 2 runners on and nobody out. Just takes it the other way between short and third. Oof. Can't beat that. So next up is Big Papi. 1 for 5 in the series. He does have a triple. No hits today. He struck out. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Late on the fastball, slicing out of play. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Big Papi. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Dodgers are a good team. I'm going to have a challenge. If I play this full season, it's going to be a challenge. Circle changes inside, almost hits his legs. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I like a challenge. Oh no! High and deep, but curving out of play. It is a foul ball. Almost a 3-run home run. Five, 4, 3, double play. So they exchange. It's this round the horn double play. They take 2 outs. Runner moves to third with 2 away. Major P83 here to show some love from the Outlander show. Keep up the good work. We're going to begin our MLB 21 season on Saturday. Can't wait. Well, you're not the only one that can't wait, Major P. I imagine Major P is probably Paul, the friend of Mike, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know 100% certain, but in any event, I'm very much looking forward to your show on Saturday. Thank you for showing some love. This is Avengers baseball. Yes, sir. Thanks for poking your head in. Out in front, swing and a miss. Circle change. Aaron Judge is down 0-1. He has a runner at third base and 2 away. He needs a hit to score that run. No score here in the top of the 4th. And he hits a hard. Oh, it gets past the third baseman, Cumberbatch, and that will be the first run of the ball game. So it's a 2-out hit or perhaps an error. I'm not really sure how the official scorer is going to call it. It was a hard ground ball. Maybe took a bad hop. Chadwick Boseman usually plays third base. Today is Dr. Strange out there. I have a feeling they called it a hit. So it's 1-0 Dodgers here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And that's a deep drive. Heading for the right field seats. It is a home run, a 2-run home run for Steve Finley here in the top of the 4th. And it's just like that. A 3-0 lead for the Dodgers, who are looking to get those brooms out and sweep the Avengers. Baseball's a funny game. Benedict makes that play. It's still 0-0 going to the bottom of the fourth. Right now, however, not a good inning for the pitcher. Indeed. It's deep out there in right field here in Crosley, and he took him to town. So we're gonna have a quick little conversation, a mound visit, just to calm him down a little bit. Xander Bogaerts is up next. He's hitting .410 on this young season. 1-for-1 with a single in the third. Just wants to say, listen, shit happens. It's May. It's not September. It's not October. It's not the playoffs. It's May. Just go out there and throw strikes. We'll be fine. Fouls it off. Count is quickly no balls and 2 dry strikes on Bogaerts. Ground ball to Spider-Man. Holland again throws it in the dirt, but nice pick by Robert Downey Jr. at first. So the inning is finally over, but not before this. Steve Finley hits a 2-run home run, and after 3.5 innings of play here in Crosley, suddenly it's the Dodgers winning 3-0. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. Up steps Robert Downey Jr. to lead off. He's 1-for-1. He plays Tony Stark in the Marvel Universe, obviously. Without Tony in 2008, maybe the rest of the Marvel Universe doesn't exist. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Big Poppy makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Chris.
So next up is Captain America. Singled in the first inning. He's 1-for-1. He's hitting .333 on the season. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Castillo. Line drive, foul ball, strike 1. Checks the swing, but the circle change finds the corner. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Evans. Misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stop watching a game to come here. Well, thank you, sir. Much appreciate the attendance. Outside count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chris Evans. I do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And that's a line drive. 1 out single for Chris Evans. Big turn at first, but he will hold. Major, what's up? It's promoting your stream on Saturday. Looking forward to seeing that Outlander Club, and want to see that ballpark. I'm sure you guys have created a ballpark on PS5. I'd love to see it. So next up is Mark Ruffalo. He's 1-for-8 in the series. Big lead over there at first base from Chris Evans. Misses the circle change, strike 1. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Evans was not stealing on the play. Mark, in his last 10 games, is hitting .378, which is pretty decent. Quick throw to first, keep Evans close. Down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner leads off first, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ball is deep. He goes back. It's going to be off the wall. Makes the turn at third and heads on home. He's running, making the turn at third. Oh, it's a bad decision by Mark Ruffalo. He hits a double, an RBI double. It's 3-1. But he makes the second out at third base, going for a triple. What a foolish decision for Mark Ruffalo. Doesn't have the speed to make it to third. So now the bases are empty and 2 away. Next up is Don Cheadle. Pitches inside, ball 1. There would have been a runner at second base in scoring position with only 1 out. But unfortunately now the base is empty with 2 away. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulls it right to Big Papi, takes it to the bag himself to retire the side. But they do get a run on the RBI double by Mark Ruffalo. And at the end of 4 innings of play here in Crosley Field, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers 3, the Hollywood Avengers 1. Can't wait. We're going to do a doubleheader Saturday. Still figuring out times. Nice, bro. Wait till you see who we got on our team. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some RC Robbin on the team. Remember, it's Robbin with 2 B's. Willie Calhoun leaves off the top of the 5th. Chris Pratt is still out there. He had a really bad 4th inning. And that ball, oh my, he just turns around and watches it fly. First pitch across the street. It's a solo home run for Willie Calhoun, his 2nd of the season. And the score is now, I don't know what kind of view that is. The score is now 4-1. Dodgers. My goodness. The Dodgers are making a statement here in this 3-game series early on, saying that we are the class of the National League West. My God. Oof. I guess I got to have the bullpen up, maybe? I hope not. Next up is Jansen, the catcher. Struck out in the 3rd.
Number 11.
Pitch is low, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
I got to make a comeback. You guys are watching this for a good game, and I'm just not delivering. It's in there. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike from Chris Pratt. I have to score like 9 runs in the next half inning to make this worthwhile for you guys. Swing and a miss. The cut fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. Come on, get it together, Star-Lord. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. It's a 3-run lead again for the Dodgers. It's 4-1. Here in the top of the 5th. Ground ball racing up the middle. It's through. There'll be a runner at first for the Dodgers as the hit parade continues. Just, out of position. All right, manager's office, bullpen. The first Hulk, Ed Norton, is going to warm up, and Josh Brolin is the man who played Thanos in Infinity War Endgame. They're both going to warm up with the bullpen. Fly ball to left, over the shoulder catch for Winter Soldier. That's the first out here in the 5th.
The batter, number 24, second base.
Next up is Robinson Cano, who's 1 for 2 with a single. And he yanks it foul, strike 1. Runner leads off first. Ground ball, actually line drive. Makes the catch to the 2nd out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the left fielder,
Stan the man is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. Yanks it, but foul ball. Stan's carrying a modest 5-game hitting streak into this contest. Ground ball. Long throw, crosses body. Nice play by Benedict Cumberbatch to retire the side, but they get their 3-run lead back thanks to Willie Calhoun on a solo shot to dead center field. After 4.5 innings of play here in Crosley, it's the Dodgers 4, the Avengers 1. All right, I got to get my hitting shoes on. Let's do this. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. Stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th is Benedict Cumberbatch, also known as Stephen Strange. Castillo sets and delivers. Pitches high and outside, ball 1. Benedict's playing 3rd base today for the Avengers. Down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a line drive, base hit to center field. The leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the fifth for the Avengers. The Sorcerer Supreme is at first base. Come on, give me that replay. So next up is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. He's 5 for 23 for the season. That's only a .217 average.
Nope. Ball one.
Pitch is low, ball one. Sebastian Stan, if you haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, you have to see it. It's really good. Late on the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's ball two.
Checks his swing, count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Sebastian. Runner leads off first. 3-run lead for the Dodgers here in the fifth.
Ball three.
Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike on Stan. On deck is Wong, Benedict Wong, that is. And he walks him, so the first 2 men get on here in the bottom of the fifth for the Avengers, and the tying run will come to the plate.
Now batting, right fielder. Benedict. Whoa.
So he's 6 for 17 on the season. 0 for 1 today, flew out in the 3rd inning. It's a good opportunity to drive in a run. He is the tying run at the plate. Swings at the first pitch and skies it to center field. Finley is there, and he makes the catch for the first out. He's tagging and heading to second base. I don't know if this is a good decision. Oh, he made it. What a dangerous decision. So, well, now, it's considering he made it. It paid off. So we'll have runners at first and third with only 1 out. So now they can score that run at third base without the benefit of a base hit. Up steps Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, who's 0 for 1 today. He's got to get that runner home. Pitch is high, ball 1. He is still the tying run at the plate. He's so far in this season, although it's only May, he's hitting .400 with runners in scoring position. And that is a 4-6-3. Oh no, he beat it out. So it's an RBI ground out, RBI fielder's choice by Falcon, and the score is 4-2 Dodgers. So runner at first with 2 away, and up steps Spider-Man, Tom Holland, who's 0 for 2 today. Welcome to the stream. This is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Tom Holland's 0 for 2 today. Pitch is inside, ball 1. This is the 3rd game of a 3-game set at home against the Dodgers. Dodgers have won the first 2 games. They're just trying to salvage this series. And they will not in this half inning, since it's a deep fly ball but playable. Finley makes the catch to retire the side. But they get a run and an RBI ground out by Anthony Mackie. And at the end of 5 innings of play, it's an official ball game. The Angels lead 4-2. So let's go to the top of the 6th. Up steps David Ortiz, who's 0 for 2. Struck out, he grounded out. Chris Pratt's still out there. And that's a fly ball on the first pitch to center. Don Cheadle is there. War Machine makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Next up is Aaron Judge. He has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. That was that hard ground ball, that bad hop to third. Late on the fastball, fouls it off, strike 1. He's 2 home runs in his last 3 games, though, so something to watch out for. Misses with the cut fastball high. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Judge. Star-Lord is still out there. He's losing 4-2 in this game 3. Pops him up. Chris Evans jumps out of his crouch. Captain is there. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder,
So with 2 away, up steps Steve Finley. Steve had a 2-run home run in the 4th inning. Here it is. This is a nice angle. Bang. He's the difference right now as the score is now 4-2. Here comes the pitch. Finley's 2 for 2 today. Checks his swing, but it's in there. Strike 1. Hey, fouls off the knuckler. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Finley. And he lines it up the first base line. Almost kills somebody in the Avengers dugout. Avengers bullpen, that is. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Misses inside. Change up 1-2. Misses low. Count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Top of the 6th. 4-2 lead for the Dodgers. Here comes the pitch from Star-Lord. Deep drive, but it will curl out of play. That's a line drive. Base hit. It will go all the way to the wall. Strong throw from right field, but it's not going to make it. It's a double. 2-out double for Finley. Finley's 3 for 3 today. My goodness, he's on fire. All right, well, do we go to the bullpen? Depends. You know what? Yes, we do, because Xander Bogaerts can make this a 6-2 lead. So the manager's going to go to the bullpen, and he's bringing in the first Hulk, Ed Norton. That'll be all for Star-Lord. He's responsible for the runner at second. He cannot win. Right now, he stands to lose.
Your attention, please.
So Ed Norton, the first Hulk in the MCU, pitched in 12 games. He's 0-1 with a 5.30 earned run average. In there with the fastball, strike 1. Sanders 1 for 2 with a single. He's hitting .407 in this young season. He has come out of the gate quick. Fouls off the breaking ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bogaerts. He has 27 runs batted in. This is only the first week of May. That's a deep drive. Racing over is Sebastian Stan in the corner, looking up, makes the catch in front of the 328 sign to retire the side. So 5.5 innings played here at Crosley Field. It's a 2-run lead for the Dodgers. They lead 4-2. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Robert Downey Jr., who's 1 for 2.
The first baseman, number 12.
AKA Tony Stark, Iron Man. Pitches outside, ball 1. Circle change misses inside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Tony. Checks his swing. It's down low. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I do not swing on 3-0. I'd rather take a strike. And there it is. There's a strike. So hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. The handcuffs are off. Let the dog eat. Yanks it foul. Count will now be full. 3 balls and 2 strikes out in front of the breaking ball. Full count. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, and I think it hit him. That's a creative way to throw ball 4. He doesn't look happy. I think it did hit him in the underarm. So the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Chris Evans. Captain America's 2 for 2 today. Hitting from the left side against the righty Luis Castillo. And that's a drive, but hits it right at the right fielder on the nose. But Aaron Judge makes the catch for the first out.
Now batter.
Can't steer the ball. All you can do is hit it hard. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, who had an RBI double in his last at-bat, but made a base running mistake. Tried to get third for the second out. It's up there. Circle change outside, ball one. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Robert Downey Jr. leads off first. 1 away. Ground ball off the foot of the pitcher. He chases it down. Nobody's going to be out. Everybody's going to be safe. That's an infield single for Mark Ruffalo. And there's runners at first and second now with only 1 out. And he's limping. Castillo is limping. And he waves off the trainer. He says, "No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me." Next up is Don Cheadle, War Machine, James Rhodes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 runners on, 1 away, 4-2 Dodgers. Late on the fastball, strike 1. He's 0 for 6 in this 3-game series, Don Cheadle. Down and in, kicks away. Both runners will advance. So now we'll have the tying runs both in scoring position for Don Cheadle on the wild pitch by Luis Castillo. So a single can tie this ball game at 4. Let's see what happens. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on War Machine. Jams him inside. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 lead for the Dodgers. Here comes the pitch from Castillo. In the dirt again, but they do not advance because honestly there's not a lot of speed and the ball didn't get away far enough for the runner at third to score. But the count is full, 3-2 on Cheadle. 1 more pitch and the bases will be loaded. 1 more ball and the bases will be loaded. And that's exactly what we're going to have, as that's ball 4, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Dr. Strange. Left-handed hitter, playing third base today in place of Chadwick Boseman, and the manager of the Dodgers has seen enough. Makes a call for the left-hander, if I'm not mistaken. In relief comes Chris Russin, making his 11th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 2-0 with a 1.46 earned run average. He has been effective so far in this season. He will face Benedict Cumberbatch, who's 1 for 2 with a single today. The bases are loaded with only 1 out. And he pops him up in the infield on the first pitch. Joe Torre makes the catch. He does not get the runner home from third. The bases are still loaded, and there are 2 away.
The bat, number 16.
That was an epic fail from Dr. Strange right there. Next up is Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, who walked in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. He needs a hit. The bases are loaded. A single could tie this game. That's a line drive down the right field line. It will go all the way to the corner. 1 run scores. Second run will score. The third run is rounding third and will head home. He will score. It's a 3-run double for the Winter Soldier. And the score is now 5-4. MCU here in the bottom of the 6th. They're giving an error to Big Papi at first base. I don't agree with the call from the official scorer. That was a hard line drive down the first base line. In any event, Benedict Wong is up. Runner at second in scoring position. 2 away, 5-4 lead for MCU. Wong is 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch from Russin. Swing and a miss, the fastball, strike 1. So it's a 3-base error, I would guess. 2-base error. Swing and a miss. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. It's a 2-base error that accounts for 3 runs scored. And he jams him. Long run for Stan Musial, but he will make the catch. So, after 6 innings of play here at Crosley Field, they plate 3 runs. And the Hollywood Avengers lead 5-4. Oh, yeah. So leading off is Willie Calhoun, the left-hander. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. He's 1 for 10 in the series. I'm going to need to look at my bullpen situation. Thank you very much, Wicked. Bullpen, lefty, righty, righty. So you know what? I'm going to warm up. I'm going to warm up Stanley, but I'm going to leave the Hulk number 1 in there. Misses inside with the fastball, ball 1. We'll leave him in there and see what happens. Misses 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0.
Sinking fastball in there, strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Calhoun. That's a lazy fly ball to short, shallow center field. War Machine is there. Cheadle makes the catch for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting, number 11.
Next up is Danny Jensen, the catcher, who's 1 for 2 with a single today, batting from the right side. Outside corner, strike 1, 99 on the radar gun. Checks his swing, pitches outside, count evens at 1-1 on Danny Jensen. Line drive to the third baseman. Dr. Strange makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, Joe Torre.
So leadoff man Joe Torre steps up for his 4th plate appearance. He's 0 for 3 today. Does have 2 home runs in this series, though, however. Misses low with the fastball. Triple digits on the radar gun. Strike, ball 1, check that. Inside corner with the slider, counts 1 ball and 1 strikes on Ed Norton. Didn't really like Ed Norton as the Hulk. I'm glad that they changed it to Mark Ruffalo. Pitches low, 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, I like Ed Norton as an actor. I just didn't like him in the role of the Hulk. Seems weird. So, hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. Ed Robinson Cano is on deck. Here comes the pitch to Joe Torre. Fastball inside corner, count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, got him to chase the slider. On the inside is retired. Nice strong inning for Ed Norton. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. The MCU leads 5-4. Oh yeah. Ruffalo is definitely a better Hulk by a lot. I totally agree. Totally. I'll go even this far. Eric Bana is a better Hulk than Ed Norton. Nick Vincent comes in to pitch here in the bottom of the 7th. He's 2-0 on the season. He will face Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 2. He did walk in this ball game. He has an RBI ground out. Leads off here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitches low, 1 ball and no strikes. We need some insurance runs. Pitches high, 2 balls and no strikes on Falcon, Sam Wilson. Checks his swing, 2 seam fastballs in there, strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. And he yanks it down the right field line, but it will curl out of play. A foul ball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, it was like 2004 or something like that. Nick Nolte was in that movie. Jennifer Connelly is a good actress. She was in that movie. Wasn't their fault. It was just Ang Lee was the director of that movie, and he just wasn't right for it. Lazy fly ball to center field. Finley makes the catch for out number 1. I mean, I didn't hate it, but, you know, whatever. There was no Marvel Universe at that point. It was a Hulk movie. Up steps Tom Holland with one away. He's 0 for 3 today. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And that's a fly ball to right center field. He's tracking it. He makes the catch. Judge makes the catch for out number 2.
Number 12.
So far, it's a quick inning for Nick Vincent. Next up is Robert Downey Jr., the man who started it all. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Without RDJ, I don't know if we have all these other beautiful movies. Yes, they called them beautiful movies. Popped it up. Robinson Cano is there. He makes the catch. So the 7th inning has completed. It's a 1-run lead for the Avengers. MCU leads 5-4. We go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Robinson Cano, and he's 1 for 3 with a single, but he has power. Norton, you did a great job. It's time to go to the bullpen and bring in Josh Brolin. Put him in the game. Josh Brolin has pitched in 11 games out of the bullpen. He has no record. His ERA is 6.75, though, so he has not pitched great. Fouls it off, the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Robbie Cano played for the New York Yankees. He played for Seattle Mariners, played for the Mets. Swinging a miss out in front of the splitting fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Howard the Duck started it all. Yes, I think he probably did. Although, you know, if you really want to get technical, it goes back even further than that. But you know what I like to think started it all? Blade doesn't get enough respect. That was a Marvel property back before Iron Man. I mean, I know it wasn't a traditional. That's out number 1, caught by Benedict Wong in right field. He was out there for Dave Bautista today. Starter comparison, as you can see, Luis Castillo did a better job. Some of those runs that are on the board are unearned. Chris Pratt will not qualify for the win. He'll get a no decision regardless. So next up is Stan the Man Musial. 1 out, 1 for 3 with a single. Loved Blade. Loved Blade 2. Thought Blade 3, Blade Trinity, was terrible. The movie even had Ryan Reynolds in it, which is almost like a slam dunk for a good movie. That movie was terrible. Hard ground ball to Mackie. Flacon throws across in time, 2 away. Nice play by Sam Wilson. Howard the Duck. What a joke. So next up is David Ortiz, Big Papi, 0 for 3. He has 3 homers on the season. Left-handed pitcher versus lefty hitter with power. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded by, wow, nice play to save an error by Tony Stark. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Avengers lead 5-4.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jacob Barnes comes in to pitch for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th.
number 40.
Before Chris Evans steps up to the plate, we're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to sit down Stan Lee. We're going to get up Jeremy Renner, who is the closer. And Jeremy Renner, we're going to schedule to put him in the game. Hawkeye is our closer. So Chris Evans is 2 for 3 today, steps up against Jacob Barnes. Fouls off the inside fastball, strike 1. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. Leadoff single and the 3rd hit of the ball game for Chris Evans. Captain America can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. I can do this all day. So next up is the Hulk. 2 for 3. Never realized Howard the Duck was part of Marvel till later, and then I rewatched Pitches Outside Ball 1. And then I rewatched that movie just a few years ago, and it's pretty good. You know, honestly, I don't remember it. I only remember that Leia Thompson is in that movie, and I'm a real big fan of Leia Thompson from the Back to the Future trilogy. Fouls off the sinking fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off first is Evans. Here comes the pitch. Fastball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Ruffalo. Quick throw to first to keep Captain America close. Jacob Barnes sets and delivers from the stretch. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. Decent speed over there at first. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He gets him. First out here in the bottom of the 8th. Nasty breaking ball. Tailing out of the strike zone. Got him to the chase. So next up is Don Cheadle. He walked, he scored a run. He's 0 for 2 today. James Rhodes. Runner at first. 1 out. Pitches outside, ball 1. He's hitting .352 on the season, so he's been doing well. Just not today. Jams him inside on his wrists. Short left field. Xander Bogaerts makes the catch for out number 2. So next up is Benedict Cumberbatch. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Quick throw to first. Evans is back. Again, throw to first. Oh, it popped off his glove, but close enough where he could just grab it again. No advance on the bases. Maybe Barnes will think again about throwing. No, he throws to first again. Okay, enough is enough, gentlemen. No count. Bases, runner at first, 2 outs here at the bottom of the 8th. 5-4 lead for the Avengers. That's a line drive headed towards the right center field gap. Making the turn, he's at second. He's going to third. He's making the turn at third. He's heading home. The throw to the plate will not be in time. It is an RBI 2-out double by Benedict Cumberbatch. It's his 4th double of the season, and they get their insurance run. And the Avengers lead 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They tried to keep him close, but it didn't matter. Because once that ball went to split the outfielders, it was off to the races for Captain America. So next up is Sebastian Stan. He's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. He needs a single to get him in. Fastball in there, strike 1. Yes! Finally. Oh, let me not jinx myself. Deep fly ball to right. Back goes he over his head. It's gone! That's a 2-run home run for the Winter Soldier. That's the 2nd homer of the season to right field, and it's an 8 to suddenly the game has been broken open. It's an 8-4 lead for the Avengers. I was so surprised by that home run I didn't even say Gonzo. That ball is Gonzo. It was his metal arm. Boom. Back goes Judge, looking up. So in relief, Anthony Bass, 2-1 with a 2.87 earned run average. He will take over. Benedict Wong steps up. He is 0 for 3 today, 6 for 19 for the season. That's a ground ball, sliding catch by Cano, throws to first, side is retired, but not before they score 3 more runs to add a nice cushion. We will go to top of the 9th. It's last licks for the Dodgers. They need 4 runs to tie. The score is Avengers 8, Dodgers 4. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief is no longer a safe situation as Jeremy Renner, a.k.a. Hawkeye in the Marvel Universe. He's 0-1 He has 5 saves. His ERA is 4.50. He will face Aaron Judge to lead off the top of the ninth. That's a deep drive. And will find its way one hop to the fence. So, just like that first pitch, they have themselves a leadoff double. Double number 4 for Aaron Judge. Threw a fastball down the middle, and he was waiting for it. Bang. So runner at second in scoring position. Up steps Steve Finley, who's already homered today. He's 3 for 3. And that's a base hit. Throw to the plate. He's making it home. He's safe. It's an RBI single for Steve Finley. The score is 8-5, Avengers. Just like that, they played a run on his 4th hit of the ball game. Steve Finley is 4 for 4. I thought he had a good chance to throw him out at the plate. He fired a strike, but just got in there. So, Xander Bogaerts is up. Runner at first. Still not the tying run at the plate. In there, strike one, 101 miles an hour on the fastball. Bogaerts is 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .403 on the season. Slider in there, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just like a closer. Closer comes in a tight spot. They get 3 strikeouts in a row. But give him 4 runs. Oh, God, over his head. Stops at third, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the top of the ninth. Double over the head of Winter Soldier, goes all the way to the wall. By the time he gets the ball back into the infield, both runners will be in scoring position at second and third here in the top of the ninth inning. Still nobody out. Up steps Willie Calhoun. The manager is gonna go to the mound. He's gonna talk it out. He's gonna say, Listen, relax. It's May. It's not October. Just throw strikes. Do what you do best. Oh, no! This ball game is tied on the 3-run home run by Willie Calhoun here in the top of the 8th inning. His 3rd homer of the season and 2nd home run of the game, and the ball game is knotted at 8. Ooh, that hurts. That really hurts. Oh, that's like acid indigestion right there, let me tell you. Still nobody out. Dodgers are no joke. Dodgers are no joke. All right, let's see it. See it. Ouch. Ouch. Ooh. Maybe I should make Stan the Man Lee. Stan Lee should be the closer. Oh my God. All right. On deck, pinch hitting is, I have no idea. Let's see who that is. Tucker Barnhart, pinch hitting, 260, 10 RBIs. All right, first thing I need to do is go to the bullpen. Now that, let's go to Stan Lee. Let's warm up Stan Lee. Checks swing in there, strike 1. I no longer have a meter. He's so rattled. There's no longer a meter. There's usually a yellow line that tells me when to stop the pitch. Bounces off the mound, throws to first. Finally, the first out of the 9th inning is recorded. Next up is Joe Torre. He's 0 for 4, struck out in the 7th. 4 for 14 in the series. In there, strike 1. Misses inside with the 2-seam fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks the swing. Did not go. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Pops it up. Out of play. Count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the hitter. Fouls off the slider. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 8th, top of the 9th. Check that. 4 runs have crossed the plate in a flash. Fouls off the fastball. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. In a flash, this ball game went from 8-4 to 8-8. That's a lazy fly ball to right center field. Cheadle is there, makes the catch for out number 2. Next up is Robbie Cano. 1 for 4 with a single. Misses inside with the fastball. Ball 1. Checks his swing, or did he? No, he did not. He swung. It's count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball to the first baseman, takes it himself, steps on the bag. 4 runs cross the plate in the top of the 9th. 3 of them on this 3-run home run by Willie Calhoun, his 2nd homer of the game. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, knotted at 8. Woo. I need some Pepto-Bismol. All right. Tucker Barnhart takes over on defense, plays catcher.
Number 18.
Anthony Mackie is 0 for 3. Manager, bullpen, lefty. So you know what, Stan, you're going to sit down. Paul Bettany is going to warm up. I'm scheduling Paul to come into the game, pitch the top of the 10th. Anthony Mackie leads off the bottom of the 9th. Pitches outside, ball 1. We're going to score a run and just go home with the win. 2 right-handers warming in the Dodgers bullpen, getting loose. Pulls it up the first base line. It is a foul ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive to Joe Torre at third base, and there's 1 out. Hit it right at the third baseman. Next up is Spider-Man. 6 for 13 in this series on the basis of a 4 for 4 first game. Fouls off the cut fastball, strike 1. He is 0 for 4 today, however. Chases a slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece of the slider. Stay alive. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. No one on base. Ball game is tied at 8. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers are getting ready to get those brooms out. That's a deep drive, but playable by Stan Musial. Right in front of the warning track, makes the catch for out number 2.
Number 12.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Robert Downey Jr. steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Inside and high, ball 1. Yanks it down the right field line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a fly ball to center, right center field. Finley makes the catch, and we're going to extra innings. Here at Crosley Field, this ball game is tied at 8. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. Paul Bettany pitched in 14 games. He has no record, but his ERA is 1.96. He will face Stan Musial to lead off. Here comes the pitch. Misses inside, ball 1. Manager, bullpen. Going to warm up Ant-Man just in case, but we're running out of pitchers. Late on the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stan is 1 for 4 today. Pulls it, almost kills the pitcher warming up in the Dodgers bullpen, but it's foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball to stay alive. Misses outside, 2-2. Low, full count, 3-2. David Ortiz is on deck here in the top of the 10th inning. Yanks it, but it will be a foul ball into the seats. Count will remain full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's a deep drive. Back goes the Winter Soldier to the track, the wall looking up. It's off the wall. Oh, it gets away from both fielders, but he stays at second base. It's a leadoff double for Stan Musial, his 10th of the season, and they have the go-ahead run at second base and nobody out. There's a tall scoreboard here in left center field, and they just botched it in the outfield. They're very lucky that that wasn't a triple or more. So next up is Big Papi. David Ortiz is 0 for 4. Paul is still out there. Pitch looked like it was in there, but called a ball by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Fouls off the curveball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ortiz. Grounds it up the first base line. Strike. Count is 1-2. Go-ahead run is at second base here in the 10th. Ground ball a little late up the third base line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. And the at-bat will continue. And he nubs it up the first base line. It is a foul ball. And he just gets a piece of this changeup, curveball, better yet. And this at-bat will continue. And he just gets a piece of the changeup. Breaks his bat. Pieces of bat go everywhere. Pitcher calls everybody off. Makes the catch for the first out here in the 10th. Obviously no advance on the bases. Next up is Aaron Judge. Paul Bettany's already thrown 17 pitches. This would be a good time to go to the bullpen, but the manager's deciding to stick with him. He's a little late on the fastball, strike 1 on Judge. Aaron is hitting 192 with runners in scoring position for the first month of the season. So, curveball in there, count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Judge. Paul Bettany, The Vision. WandaVision was a great show. Loved it. First 2 episodes were weird. Ground ball to the third baseman, looks him back to second, throws to first, and there are 2 away. Here in the top of the 10th. Nice play from Dr. Strange at third.
The center fielder, number 12, Steve Finley.
So next up is Steve Finley. Steve is 4 for 4 today. He's hitting .355 on the season. He's got a double, 2 singles, a home run. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Vision. Foul ball, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. Triple digits. Strike 1. Single will bring home the go-ahead run. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And he lines it. Foul ball. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Tie ball game here in the 10th. Late on the fastball, foul ball. And that's a lazy fly ball, but it's heading towards the corner. Benedict Wong makes the catch to retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. This ball game is tied at 8. So, thank you, Paul. Your job is done for today. We're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. No COVID-19 in the gym now. LOL. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, scheduled to put him in the game. Captain America leads off here in the bottom of the pitches outside. Ball 1 in the bottom of the 10th. The ball game is tied at 8. This is third game of a 3-game series. The Dodgers have won the first 2. Pitches inside. They're looking for the sweep. 2 balls and no strikes on Chris Evans. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I put the controller down. Avengers had an 8-4 lead in the top of the 9th. In there, strike 1. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. An 8-4 lead, and then the ball game was tied at 8 before a single out was recorded in the top of the 9th. And he pops him up behind home plate. Tucker Barnhart jumps out of his crouch, and there's the first out. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk. 2 for 4. He has a single, a double, a run batted in. 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. Low, ball 1. For those that are unsure, 2 balls and no strikes. Those that are unsure, Crosley Field is the home park for the Avengers. This is the bottom of the 10th, so they can achieve a walk-off victory, perhaps with this swing of the bat. Looking up, Hulk smash. This ball game is over here in the bottom of the 10th. The Avengers get out of here with a win here in this third game of this 3-game series. They were down. They were down in this ball game. They got up 8-4 in the top of the 9th. The Dodgers scored 4 runs to tie it at 8. Took it to extra innings. But now here in the bottom of the 10th, Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk smash, wins it in a walk-off home run. You were getting nervous. My nerves were shattered. 1944 was the first Marvel movie. What was it? 1944 was the first Marvel movie. What was it? A little trivia question before I go to the scorecard. Little trivia. 1944 was the first Marvel movie. I don't know. I think it's on you to tell us and our loyal viewers in a post, in a comment, and a live tweet. Awesome, good job. Thank you, Outlander. Mark Ruffalo obviously is the player of the game with that walk-off solo home run in the bottom of the 10th. Unfortunately, the Dodgers take 2 out of 3, but not before they take the getaway game. Paul Bettany gets the win. Anthony Bass gets the loss. The final here in Crosley Field, the Hollywood Avengers win 9-8. So, Outlander, are you going to tell us what that movie was before I end the stream? 1944 was the first Marvel movie. What was it? I have no idea. I wait on pins and needles. Hollywood Avengers, 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors. There was a Captain America movie in 1944. I had no idea. I'm definitely Googling that. I am absolutely Googling that. Hollywood Avengers, 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Los Angeles Dodgers, 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. Paul Bettany was the winner. Anthony Bass the loser. Mark Ruffalo was the winner, the player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. Yes, I'm playing on a PlayStation 4. Yes, this is MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, even though I don't have a PS5 and I don't have the new version of the game. If you're interested in what the new version of the game looks like, this Saturday, the Outlander show will certainly show you what the new game looks like, because they'll be playing. And until then, I am RC Robbin. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to say thank you to the Outlander show. Thank you to Paul. Thank you to Wicked Quixotic. As always, you guys are great. The final here at Crosley Field. The Avengers win 9-8. Have yourselves a great night.